All right, here we are, guys, back for more Gokasho Bay fun. And this is the par 5 again. I'm going to, give a duplicate. I was really hoping, last time I didn't hit the fairway on this one, so I'd like another go. But I would have liked to have not got, I would have liked to have got a layup win, but I do want to show you, since even within a puck 5, you can get up here very easily. I really do highly recommend that if they give you the win that you do go for it here. So you'll see kind of where I'm aiming. And I'm just going to kind of offset and try to stay on that similar plane. So I'm visualizing, 12 rings down as pretty much my landing target. And, I really don't need to go full here. So you'll see me back off just for a little bit of extra accuracy. With that much of a wind, I should be able to get to that fairway. The only thing that'll keep me up, and there you can see that it just snags the rough, and it does just get, half of the time it's going to run through very far there, and that time you can see it just got caught up. But what's nice about that approach, even with, the extra mile situation, if you were to go for that last fairway with a berserker type ball, you can get up there far enough that even from the rough, you're still in good shape. Now, what you usually want is a Saturn for this hole, for this next shot. But I'm going to need to use B52. It's going to need to change the way that I need to play it a little bit. I really don't use too much for a plus modifier for my elevation. Maybe just a little bit, maybe plus 10%. Very little, if at all any. Let me see what this looks like first. I'm not going to use it. So 15.8 at max. You should see that I'm relatively close to max. I'll probably be right around here. So 14.8 rings, more or less. And as I mentioned, this is going to be a very tough shot with a B52. And you'll see that I'll probably offset my guide kind of similarly to about here. And then I'll try to, get this ring correction down. Got to get new timing down. But, I might not have offset my guide properly anyway. Looks like I probably didn't. So I needed to account for more wind effect there. So you could see that 14.8, it was a little bit light. Either with my offset was a little bit light. Probably was my offset more than anything. You got to keep in mind your offset with a berserker is going to be far different than an offset with a kingmaker. It's going to, maybe be an extra yard or two just alone for, your offset. Because that extra time in the air and that extra hard downwind is going to affect the ball much more. So sometimes you'll see me, account for, and this is actually a good win that my opponent drew here. Potentially going to be able to drive this green. We'll see how well he plays this. That should do it. It looks like he just caught a fortunate break there with just clipping the fairway. But that should be enough to get to the shootout here. What I usually use is I use landscape mode. A lot of these guys that I've been playing have been catching a lot of really good breaks. That landed within a yard of clipping the rough, and you can see that it also just rolled into the fairway, getting, kind of a double lucky break. What you want to do is you definitely want to use more curl and maybe a better aim path than where you can see my opponent did. You can see that he landed very centered. It could have hit the sand. It missed the bunker. Just something that you need to be thinking about when you're playing these holes to kind of avoid, the tragedy of, things that can go wrong. So just something to think about. Holy crap, you are letting this go for way too many passes. I would never stare at that long. So able to get it to go in, and I'll catch you guys on the shootout on this next one.